Hey everyone, it's Ryzen.
And Liz.
And welcome to the Patriots at Raiders, still out west. It's still weird to me that they're the Las Vegas Raiders and not the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. Jack Jones still questionable. He did actually practice Friday, but that's not good. Like, he's out Wednesday and Thursday. Stevenson, I'm assuming, is on here. Yeah. That doesn't look good. The wide receiver is already out. Devontae Parker, of course, he got concussed. I have no idea what the NFL was doing last week because he was obviously concussed and it was blatant. Luckily, Nelson Aguilar freaking noticed because I'm not so sure they would have taken him out if he didn't.
Oh, I don't think so either.
He was like, he literally went to a knee to like, oh, I'm like, player down.
And
like,
Aguilar's over there like screaming,
he literally
come on.
literally fell to his knee, and the referees are like, oh no.
Yeah, he's fine. Whatever.
Jesus Christ, like Parker is trying to line up and can't even do it. He doesn't even know where he is. Like, that's what he said basically afterwards. Like, he didn't know what he was doing. He's just going through motions because he's concussed.
Right.
So he was also very angry.
Yeah,
rightfully
I would be too.
so.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson's questionable with his ankle. Did practice Friday, so who knows. On the plus side, the two rookie running backs looked fucking fantastic. They looked absolutely fantastic. So, you know, that's good. Isaiah Wynn's still out with a foot.
Who cares?
Who cares? I mean, the guy's irrelevant. I mean, the guy's basically useless. Christian Barmore, I think, was removed from the... Yeah, it looks like he was removed, so that's...
He came off IR, so that should help.
And... Well, he doesn't have a designation for Friday, but he practiced... He doesn't have a game designation. I guess he's going to play. I don't know.
We'll find out.
Kajuste, almost as useless as Isaiah Wynn, is questionable. How does Joe Cardona hurt his ankle?
Yeah, I think they signed a guy to the practice squad.
Whatever. He was a full participant in practice Friday and Thursday, so he'll probably play. But, I mean, dude, you're a long snapper.
How does his ankle matter?
What'd you do? Snap it into your ankle? Like, what the...
But why does having a good ankle matter to be a long snapper?
You gotta still block after you snap. But
I guess. Just tape it up.
It's just bizarre. Like,
put a brace on it and tape it.
One time we had a long snapper that got hurt is because he got concussed on a blatantly dirty thing. So it's just weird that you hurt your ankle as a long snapper, but whatever.
Tape it up and play, bud.
Myers somehow has a concussion still, but he actually did practice, so I don't know if that means he cleared protocol or whatnot, but we'll see. Mills is out, whatever. Marcus Jones has been fantastic, frankly. Damian Harris is still out.
Whatever.
He did practice, but he's already been ruled out. The Raiders, Alex Bars, their guard, is already out. Andrew Billings hurt his fibula, which sucks. He's questionable. It's their defensive tackle. Their other offensive tackle, Jermaine Aluminar, who is like one of the best names in the league.
Who used to be a Patriot.
I know he did. No, this is a tackle.
Aluminar used to be a Patriot.
Are you sure?
Yeah, at one point he was on the team. I remember him.
I guess you're right, yeah. Anyway, he's questionable with an oblique and a wrist. Josh Jacobs is questionable. They're in a lot of trouble if he doesn't play. I would be surprised if he didn't. Quad in hand. He's pretty much the guy they gotta take over or contain. Dylan Parham, the guard, doesn't have a game designation, but he did have limited participation practice.
Clearly both teams are very injured.
I know, I'm trying to go
there. It's taking a long time.
A huge injury list.
They're both banged up.
Denzel Perryman, the linebacker, is questionable with a hip. Sam Webb and Roxy N, both corners, are on the list too. Sam Webb's sick, apparently. And Roxy N has already been ruled out with a knee.
It's a great name.
Malcolm, I know it is. Okay. Malcolm Kuntz, he's on here with a knee. He doesn't have a game designation though, so I'm assuming he's playing. And Jackson Barton, their offensive tackle, is questionable. They have a banged up line.
Well, that took a long time.
Yeah, I know. They literally each have like 10 players on freaking the injury list. Whatever. Patriots have struggled against former Patriots coaches, which can't happen because they can't lose this game, or it's basically over. As it is, they only have like a 26% chance of making the playoffs because they're expected to lose to the Bengals, the Bills, and the Dolphins. So you're going to have to win this game and then steal probably at least 2 wins after that to have any chance. Got to contain Josh Jacobs, and obviously got to contain Devontae Adams. It's going to be tough with no Jack Jones. I wonder what they're going to do. They actually had Marcus Jones covering DeAndre Hopkins last week. Speaking of Marcus Jones, he played 85 snaps last week.
Yeah, he had a crazy, ridiculous. I don't know how how he's got the energy for that.
That's got to get cut down. Like, I know the guy is ridiculous, and he plays literally every return. He was on almost every snap on defense, and he played half the snaps on offense.
It's crazy.
And he runs pretty good routes. I mean, the guy's
versatile.
Good.
He's a versatile guy.
But they got to cut that down to about 60, I'd say.
Yeah.
Probably can't use him much on offense this week as Jack Jones. But if Jack Jones is healthy enough to go, then you can use Marcus more on offense. He's a very good player. He's arguably the best player they've drafted this year. I really like Marcus Jones.
Yeah, I mean, he catches passes, he can run the ball, he can intercept the ball, he can do kick returns, he can do everything.
He's arguably the most versatile player in the league.
He can do everything.
So, offensively, just needs to keep our consistency.
This will be the interesting part because obviously McDaniels and Patricia have coached together in the past. So if he's too predictable, we'll just get smashed, I think. They cannot be predictable in this game. Because McDaniels are going to read them like a fiddle.
Well, the Patriots are very predictable this year in general.
I know they are. And that's going to be a major problem, especially in this game of all of them, I think.
But, I mean, they should be able to keep the score manageable because, defensively, I think they match up fairly well against the Raiders because you get a pocket quarterback. You got, pretty much the one elite receiver. You got, Pro Bowl running back, and you can contain those things if you play well.
And outside of that, what do the Raiders have?
Not a ton. So, they're honestly kind of similar to the Vikings, but worse, obviously, a lot worse.
Right.
But
very similar, yeah, that's true. Similarly built team.
Yeah. So, I think defensively they'll be fine.
Do the Raiders have any good players on defense?
I mean, defense is all right. It's not. It's middle of the road. They should be able to have some success moving the ball. Like, it's not Buffalo.
True.
So
they just can't let that Jacobs guy, whatever his name is, get any of those crazy plays he gets.
Really, the big thing on offense is just consistently moving drives. Finishing drives in the red zone.
Let Mac yell at Patricia a couple times.
Yell at Patricia. If they come up to play those short routes, hit them deep over the top. But, just on offense, unfortunately, all we can really do is basic things because the offense is not good. So there really is no game planning. They have what they have. They have 2 tackles that suck.
Right.
And, they have an offensive coordinator that is a defensive coordinator. So, I mean, that's what you got. And at this point, it's too late to change, so.
Although I disagree with that completely. Bill should have fired him, but...
Well, he should have fired him weeks ago, but it's too late now. I mean, you can't fire him now because now you got to play. You should have fired him at the bye.
Right, that would have made more sense.
You would have had time.
To figure something out.
But, no, you can't now, so.
The last 3 games are too important. After this, for any hopes.
Whatever. So, I think the Patriots will win this game.
I think they're like 3-point favorites, maybe?
Yes, I think they're going to win this game.
But who knows? It could come down to like them playing good in the 4th quarter and they win. Like every other game, it feels like. The ones they win in the 4th quarter, which is strange.
I mean, last week was closer than it should have been.
Right.
And they basically won last week because the Cardinals blew the game because DeAndre Hopkins had pretty much a horrible game. I know he caught like 90 yards, but trust me, you watch the game, he was horrible.
Arguably for him, yeah.
I mean...
He did fumble away a touchdown.
I mean, he got like 30 yards of garbage time. He fumbled the game away, basically.
Yeah, after that, the game completely changed.
Which... And it wasn't a good play by Duggar or anything. He just literally fumbled the game away. He just dropped the ball, which is just...
Because he was standing up to get
inexcusable.
Snacks during the game and was holding the TV remote out like this.
I don't know what he was doing. He's holding the ball out like it's nothing.
He's holding the ball like it's a TV remote.
So luckily the Raiders are equally incompetent, so that's pretty much our hope here.
This game could be very boring. I don't know.
It probably will be boring.
That's why the NFL probably flexed.
Or it could be we get blown out because, Jacobs and Adams go off, but...
It's possible.
But as long as they contain those two guys, I think we'll have a chance.
I think so.
Whatever. All right. So we'll go. Next week we got...
Bang Bangs on Christmas Eve.
Bengals on Christmas Eve. Oh, God. The only good news about that game is Joe Burrow's a young quarterback, and that gives the Patriots some hope that they'll make him look like they made Herbert look.
A couple years ago.
A couple years ago. So that's the only hope they got in that game. But whatever. This is Ryzen.
And Liz.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you for the recap. I hope they win this game.
Thanks for sticking with us through this
season's been
terrible season.
It's been rough. The fact that we might make the playoffs coming in last in the division or third in the division is just crazy.
It's pretty silly.
It is
pretty
very
silly.
silly.